Hi friends, Sarah Brown from Keller-Brown Insurance Services. With the threat of Hurricane Sandy approaching, I wanted to take a minute and talk to you about preventing damage to property, and if you do have damage, what to do after the fact. They're forecasting that Sandy is going to be a pretty significant weather event, so I'm hoping we can prevent any claims, and if so, you at least know what to do about it. And trust me, you don't want to experience a claim if you don't have to. Even when you have coverage, it's never something good to go through. So what I'm about to list is not in order of importance, it's just some things I jotted down this morning. So first thing, are your premiums paid? Can you imagine thinking you have coverage, calling your agent to report a claim, and they say, I'm really sorry, looks like you didn't make your last payment, you don't have coverage. I never want to have that conversation. I'm sure you never want to have that conversation. So make sure your premiums are paid. On our website, we have a list of all the companies we represent, and it just has their billing contact information. So it's either a website or a phone number, oftentimes both. They accept credit cards, withdrawals from checking and savings accounts, and debit cards. Most companies accept that. As I speak, insurance companies are restricting agents' binding authority. What that means for you is they're limiting or preventing us from writing any new business and oftentimes increasing coverage for existing customers. So if you're thinking, oh, maybe I need to increase the limits, maybe I need to add a coverage, please do it as soon as possible, but even so, we can't guarantee we'll have the ability to put that coverage in force for you. Next, know your insurance. Know where your insurance policies are. Know the policy numbers, and I'm talking for home, auto, farm, and business. If you have any property, the chances are it could be affected with this storm. So, know the 800 number for the insurance company. Our number is 717-235-6891. It's also 800-785-7461. We have 6 lines. If they're busy, just keep calling, and if it's after hours and the weekends, we'll have an emergency number or multiple emergency numbers posted on our voicemail. Next thing, before this storm hits, put together an emergency kit. I just posted something on the Keller-Brown Facebook page today about an emergency kit. It's very comprehensive, but some things to think about. Do you have a water supply? Clean drinking water? Matches and candles, although with candles you have to be careful about forgetting to blow them out. If you have a generator, make sure you know how to use it. Make sure it's powered up or fueled up and ready to go. Certainly batteries for flashlights. And also very important, take some time and create a home inventory checklist. So you can write things down, you can go through with a video or phone, open up your closet doors, open up your kitchen cupboards, because I guarantee you can't tell me right now everything in your kitchen cupboard, but you're going to want it back after a claim. The insurance companies will reimburse you for what you lost, but you have to be able to tell them what you lost. So take a home inventory, but get it out of the house. Have it on your phone, put it on the internet in a secure place, put it in a bank deposit box, anywhere outside the house, because if your house is damaged or destroyed, there goes all your work. Next thing, take a look at your property, both inside and out, and even if you rent, you still have some property. If we had an extreme wind or rain event, what could be damaged? Now, I don't want you to put your life in jeopardy, but if you've had some dead limbs hanging near your house, now would be a good time to take them down. If you have missing shingles, now would be a good time to patch them. If you can, definitely clean your gutters. Move outdoor furniture inside or in shelter. You don't want that blowing around. Move your car in a garage or in shelter. Think about tree limbs falling on it, any hail damage, wind to your car. If you have a sump pump, make sure you have a battery backup, or at minimum it's working. It's going to be a lot easier to get a sump pump today than it is going to be Monday night. If you've had water in your basement before, get this stuff in your basement up to a higher elevation. Furniture, carpet, get it up and out of there so if the water comes in, it's one less thing you have to deal with, one less piece of property damaged. Okay, let's talk about water. Anytime water is involved with causing damage, coverage is iffy. So first thing, flood. If you don't have flood insurance now, unless you have a settlement that they're requiring, the bank is requiring that you have flood insurance, you can't get it. There's a 30-day waiting period for flood. So just be aware of that. Next, water coming in your house. There's a coverage you can add called backup of sewer and drain. That applies if the sewer or septic backs up or the drains can't keep up with the incoming water. All companies handle that coverage differently, so the best thing you can do is have it on your policy, and the company will determine settlement at the time of a claim. Even if water comes in through the walls and up from the ground, no coverage. Water's always iffy. Now, if this storm is as bad as they're predicting, it means first responders, power companies, and insurance companies are going to be overwhelmed. Report your claim as soon as possible, but keep in mind it could take a while for adjusters to get out to see your damage. So if that happens, what you can do is take photos or videos of the damage so it's documented. That way, maybe you can send it by email to them. It's just going to be proof that you did suffer a claim. So take whatever documentation you can. If you do have a claim, maybe a tree falls through the roof, busts through a window, do what you can to prevent ensuing damage. Moving items out of the basement, tarping the roof, boarding up windows are really common things of what people do to prevent further damage. And keep your receipts if you need to buy something. If the claim is covered, most often the additional expense you incur to prevent further damage is going to be a part of that covered claim. Yes, there's a lot more things to consider. Hopefully we can all be prepared, and if we have a claim, you know to call us or your agent, and just try and stay level-headed in an emergency. Thank you very much. Again, this is Sarah from Keller-Brown, and stay safe, guys.